Dude,
Oh my
what
god, this
did you have your
fucking
lights off? Like, how did you? All of a sudden, your green screen looks tight.
You talking to me, Ace?
Yeah, that shit was all blur out. Now it's looking good.
I don't have a green screen. That's just my actual wall
Oh
behind me.
damn, that's a cool ass wall, man. You live in a
Thank you.
dungeon?
It's my key.
wait,
My
what
That's
the
cool.
hell? That is a green screen. There's no shot.
No, dude, this is
Dude,
not
I
a
thought that was a green
screen
screen for sure. Yeah,
Okay.
that's a cool backdrop.
Check this out. If this is a green screen, check this out.
Dude, this motherfucker's out in the garden.
Bro,
There you
Streaming.
go.
bro, I'm in my keep, my T3 keep. You guys think I'm joking?
Free keep.
Dude, that's awesome. Yeah, that's awesome.
Guys, stop doing sub alerts. I fucking muted it, you degenerates. Jesus Christ. Because they're trying to spam it so they can't hear us on the podcast. And everyone's wasting all their points and they don't realize. All right. Real quick, we're just going to do our introductions and then we'll just get into chit-chatting. One of you just go ahead and introduce yourself and say who you are. And if you're in a guild, you know what guild you're in.
All right, I'll go first. Omitis.
You just tuned into the latest channel on Twitch.
Oh shit. I'm Ice Prime. I'm in Artisans right now. I got to shout out the Wardens. They've helped me out a ton. And I even got to shout out Legion. They've been good to me too.
You just tuned into the latest channel on Twitch.
What's up, boys?
It's a great introduction, man.
Yeah, there you go, man.
You just tuned into the latest channel on Twitch.
Thank you all for the follows, man. I'll thank everybody after the stream ends because I don't want to keep thanking in the middle of the podcast while we're talking and stuff. But yeah, thank you guys. I appreciate it. So Ice, how long have you been playing the game? Because I think you played before and then you kind of took a break and then you came back recently. Is that correct?
So I'm one of those weirdos that I just like playing, different games kind of grab me and I get into them, right? And so Mortal is one that I've been following a long time. And so I've hit, I don't know, almost every major patch, but I've really probably in the last month or so really started playing more consistently because the game's there. You know what I mean? It's solid.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Is there anything like you feel like the game is missing? Just because, I mean, me and Omias, we talk, here and there. So, and I've known him for a while now. I'm just curious from like an outsider kind of like coming into the game sort of thing. Like, what do you think like the game, if anything, is missing?
Ooh, all right. Well, so that's a tough one, okay? Because it's a very complex game on many levels. Like we haven't gotten a new Ultima Online or Star Wars Galaxies, not just because there's not like funding and publishers there that are excited about it. That's its own issue, but also technology, right? I mean, like this team is really pushing Unreal in a way that, even AAA dev studios aren't. I mean, we still are at the cusp of this game even being a thing, right? So the scary part is my background is in dev and especially MMOs. And it's like the thing that's most scary about this is there's so many things that we don't know for sure until they've delivered every step of the way, but there's content that we're not going to see until day one. And I mean, there's all this stuff that is fascinating and awesome but still terrifying. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
That's super interesting, man. I had no idea you had a background in being a developer. Actually,
Yeah,
cool.
so a quick one. I love saying this one. My chat's rolling their eyes. So AAA devs and MMOs died after the last game that I worked on, which was WildStar. Until New World and Mortal, we haven't seen any movement in the MMO space. And I mean, think about it. WildStar was the last AAA North American MMO. You know what I mean?
Now, here's just my follow-up question. What is AAA? Just for the folks that don't understand.
Oh, AAA. Okay, AAA. It's all money. We'll just break it down. Like just change AAA to like $3 signs. You know what I mean? It just means that they have a publisher with deep enough pockets that they can afford to make that product. Because game dev's expensive, just
I'm
having
okay right now. I'm not okay.
skilled individuals that can do those things, just their salaries alone is top dollar, right? I mean, it's an expensive industry. So that's all AAA means. It just means that it's a large funded team, right? Where
Gotcha.
money is not necessarily something that's going to get in the way.
Gotcha. And these funds are coming from like multiple investors. It's just big.
Normally, when it comes to AAA, it's publishers, right? So it's
Right.
like we think of Activision as a developer,
Right.
for example, and EA, but they're not. They're publishers. They have studios underneath them, but they're holding all the money and making all the decisions on what games are going to be made. You know what I mean?
Interesting, man. Absolutely. Yeah. Gotcha. And I couldn't agree more. I mean, just even so, it's funny because you're saying that from where you're from the
Oh
field,
fuck.
right? And I'm looking.
Sorry. Go ahead. Sorry. Nothing. I'm just trying to mess with my settings.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So Ace Prime talks, and he's from the industry, so he sees it. You know, he knows what everybody's been saying. You know, the MMO genres, it's been fucking dead. It really hasn't been a big game where it hit AAA status or has grown. And from the gamer's perspective, like myself or yourself puts in, we see it's dead because we don't see any good content out there. And whenever we do see something new, it's like, oh, you're following the same game that came out last year or 2 years ago. There's nothing new here. It's so repetitive. And so I couldn't agree more with what you just said, for real.
Right. And my chat's holding me to the fire. I didn't answer the question. What does Mortal need? What does it need right now? We'll break it down into like a couple of things. The fundamental things that it needs to address first, I guess. Node lines. They got to fix the node lines. I don't mind if there's a skip or a stutter, but it has to be consistent. You know what I mean? Node lines, as far as like a performance standpoint for everything else they've got going for them, which is incredible with the engine, the node lines, they have to fix that. Or really the idea of it fails there, right? Because you feel you're moving from server to server, and it breaks the immersion. And, you know, that's where the funky stuff happens in the PvP and shit. It doesn't feel good, right? Performance wise, they got to fix the node lines. And as far as like game system wise, there's so many systems that are almost there. And this could be said, hey, they're waiting for launch. They want everything fleshed out at launch. But it's like I see my tamers out there. They're missing a piece and a couple pieces here and there. Everybody's just missing a couple pieces. I would really like to see them just flesh those things out. You know what I mean? But again, that could be the master plan. They don't want us to really have all those pieces until it launches. And outside of the class stuff there, then the major one is just the rep system, right? We all love the rep system. One of the reasons I'm here is that the Ultima Online rep system, right? It doesn't really work 100%. It's not finished yet. Finish that shit. Those are my three.
I can tell you right now, the rep system is absolute dookie cheeks. Like,
It doesn't work.
You just tuned into the latest channel on Twitch.
Biased on this because I play a Thirst or Callard. Like, that's my game, like base gameplay. Like, that's how I play. I play Thirst or Callard all the damn time. And I just went -2 like a couple days ago, and I was so upset because my whole plan was, okay, Fisher is gonna come out. I'm gonna take my main character. I'm gonna go to Toxide, dude, and like I'm just gonna have a blast. And now I can't. The week before I went to -2, I did 12 parcels, dude. 12 in a row. And got 0 standing from it. And that is crazy.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. I couldn't even get one. Like nothing. Nothing came through. And so I understand that Star Wars wants to input lore with races. And it's beautiful. Especially when it's in a way that's intricate and makes sense. But when it comes to gameplay, it's tough. So I had to literally get on my second account, make my deal just so I could go fish, pretty much.
Oh, speaking of second accounts, I would really like to get your guys' opinion, and we got all the mortal hardcores in here, you know, right? And puts an awesome job on the podcast, by the way. Second characters, is that kosher? I mean, it is, and the TOS and all that, but it's like, how do we feel about that, right? Because I struggle with this in that the single realm, single character, and the decisions you make being so important. Does it cheapen it when you can kind of play both sides?
I mean, just I played Mortal 1. Even in Mortal 1, I didn't have one character. I'm under the impression that the game has way too much to offer to expect any one person to only have one character. Like, I don't even know what the fuck I would play if I could only have one character. I'd probably just be constantly rerolling and then get burned out of the game and quit, to be honest with you, because I like playing so many different things, you know what I mean? And sometimes I get tired of, you know, just maging, and sometimes I'll switch over my foot fighter after like 3 months, and I'm like, holy crap, this is fun. And then I get sick of the foot fighter, and I'm like, all right, I'm going back to mage. You know what I mean? Like, there's just too many ways to play the game.
That makes sense. So that's, the reason I ask is what the overall opinion is, because, like, you know, we're all in here content creators, so we aren't unique in that, like, yeah, there's a million reasons I could use another character, right? But, you know, how does the community feel about that? Do they look down upon that, or is that kosher? If you're hardcore, you got multiple characters, nobody gives a shit.
Well, so I think.
Go ahead.
Oh, holy fuck! You're loud now.
Oh, I'm right. Hold on. One second.
No. I turned you up. You're good. Okay. Because someone said you were quiet, so I turned you up to like 40% more. And
yes,
then, I don't know.
My guy Soraka. What's up, Soraka?
If the thing is if you ask the MO1 community, we're so used to the concept of multiple characters. Like it's just like it's normal. Or actually it's expected, really. Like everyone if you ask a vet and you're like, "Hey, do you think I should get a second account?" They're going to be like, "You will at some point." Like that's kind of like the mindset. It's like either if you don't have one now it's fine, but you probably will at some point. That's the logic. I don't know for new players exactly. The people I recruit to my guild, like who are new, they're like, "Yeah, I'm just feeling out the game right now. You know, I'm trying this one build. I'll probably end up getting another account launched." That's what I hear a lot. So I think it's widely accepted mostly.
Well, and I mean, it's like, I get that even though it's an MMO, and, we talk about this all the time, people like to be able to not necessarily solo, but know that they're self sufficient. And I don't think you can really be self sufficient without two characters, just from a crafting standpoint.
Well,
So I can add
Sorry.
my little 2 cents on this one.
Uh-huh.
I do know like Starval wants to make it where when it comes to profession skills, or it's limited. You can choose to do certain things, but you can't do everything. Which I guess in a way makes sense. They don't want everybody to just go max 9900 and everything. They want to make sure like there's availability and there's people going a certain path. And if you need something, you got to go to this person, and you learn the trades from each other. But I do know absolutely like when it comes to characters, I have two because one is my main and the other one I literally mess around with. I try everything out. I've played everything except Fat Mage because I refuse to play Fat Mage. It's just never gonna happen.
Wow, that sucks. You hate fat people so much, man. You want to talk about that?
No, it's something about those Ogmirs, man. Those fat Ogmirs I got a problem
It's a
with.
lifestyle, man.
The mage. I tried the mage, dude. Yeah, it's not for me either.
It's crazy. I think it's awesome. Like build wise, like
the
it's
spell
pretty
effects,
it's
like
fucking
I
OP.
like the system and everything. I've never been a magic guy.
Right, same here, dude. I want to be right up in there in the bang, dude. Just swords, axes clanging.
Yeah, I mean, you give me a choice between wearing robes and shooting spells, or give me some cool armor, man. I'm in that armor, dude.
I'm in the armor, exactly, dude. Exactly.
I will go get my bathrobe right now. Okay,
dude. This keep, all right, that I built right here behind me was built with guys with swords. Okay, no mages were involved in any of this.
What about
process.
archers, though? What about mounted archers?
They just got from what I hear, they just got nerfed a little bit. Not like straight on. You know what I mean? From what I hear in this last patch, I was actually reading the patch notes. Apparently, your dex now affects the acceleration and turn of your horse.
That. So I was riding around a little bit this morning before the show here. I didn't notice any difference, but I have, like almost 90 decks. So it's like, I guess the only way to tell would be to throw somebody on there with some shit decks.
Yeah, absolutely. So your dex completely affects like the acceleration. And I guess I get it. Like, absolutely. Like, I love how like Star Wars likes to input certain things and how they want to connect characters to their like horses or pets, etc. And I can't wait to see what they do more for that. But it's very interesting because technically now MAs, unless they get mounted mage, they have healing or anything like that, they're gonna be doo-doo healing their horse for like 9 or something. You know what I mean?
I don't know. MA is really strong right now because they just kind of got a buff with this. I think.
Well, the hard part with mounted archery is this,
not
right?
mage. Sorry. I'm talking about MA. Sorry.
Yeah. Mounted archery. It's like, if you look at the history of warfare, right? Like mounted archery did kind of change. You just tuned into the latest channel on Twitch. Balance that when it is, I mean, a mounted ranged weapon is always going to be better than anything else. You know what I mean?
Well, the thing is mounted archery is so much better than fat mage. Well, before this patch at least, was because mounted mages can't turn while casting, and mounted archery can turn and juke you, and you know what I mean? Like they can dodge your shots. Mounted mage didn't have that option.
Can you do that now?
No. Mounted magery, this last patch, the two reasons it got nerfed was, one, you have to add 100 more primary points to use magic effectively on a mount. You can still cast on a mount, but you do like way less healing damage. And then you need a dex to steer your horse efficiently, so like turning, and then like I think also maybe like top speed. So basically what that meant is, as a fat mage, you now had to commit points to psych, int, con, and dex, and even as a human I couldn't get enough dex to properly drive my horse. So essentially what Toomer did, I don't know if he's sticking with this still or not. Well, I asked him in game right after the patch, and he said he dropped from obese to bulging was one way he was kind of like counteracting the change. Personally, I just deleted my fat mage, and now I'll just have like a dex mage who can, cast on mounts, because he already has a shit ton of dex, so I don't need to worry about the dex.
Do you think people
yeah.
are bummed about the big meta shift on the Fat Mage, or do you think people will prefer it being more like Dex? You know what I mean, hybrid.
It was extremely strong, so I don't think people are really going to be too upset. I was expecting the mounted magery change, like the added points, which was perfectly fine, and it fixed a lot of issues. Like it fixed the tribrid build where you could be MC, MA, like mage on mount because it added
I have
more
that. That's what I've
investment.
been fucking with, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, but I wasn't expecting the dex change. I don't know. I mean, we're gonna. I mean, people will be playing with like builds for like the next week or two to try and figure out like kind of what's meta as far as like Fat Mage goes. So
I
we'll
hear
see
Fat
what happens with that.
Mages, their decks went up. What I hear, with this last changes,
What do you mean their decks went up?
like on mounted. I don't know what it is, but I hear there's like something going on with a bug where if you go on a horse, for some reason their dex goes up like +10.
Like if you look in the attributes, like it randomly goes up 10 when you mount.
Yeah, and I'm hearing it might be a bug, so I
Interesting.
definitely
that sounds like a bug.
I definitely want to confirm that for sure, but that's what I've been
Okay.
hearing too.
Well, how are you gonna confirm if you don't play a Fat Mage?
Fat Mages, you know what I'm saying? I got tumor in my ear, dude. I got tumor right there.
I heard Wicked say he rolled a Fat Mage right before the patch.
He
Is that
did.
true?
Yes, he has on his other account. He plays a mage, a Fat Mage.
Is that the Trixie? That one? Is that the Fat Mage? Because
I think
he
so.
looked like a
Yes.
Dex Mage. Like, he killed me the other day in the water, and he looked like he looked skinny. I didn't think he was a Fat Mage.
I think he's I'm pretty sure he's a Fat Mage. I'm 100% positive he's a Fat Mage.
Man, losing weight sucks. I guess it's easier to lose it than to gain it.
Oh, it's Doomfire. There we go. It's Doomfire. Because he's got like 50 million accounts, this guy.
Oh, I thought. Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot about Doomfire. Dude, I thought that was like Doom Rider the whole for a while.
Nightfall/Legion. What happened?
Ace Prime.
Oh wow, he brought it up. Nice.
Damn, bro. It hasn't even been 30 minutes.
I didn't even have to do it myself. Didn't have to get my hands dirty. Nice. Good shit.
I got you.
Ace Prime knows what he's doing, dude. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to keep it nice and clean because I hate creating fucking chaos. Even
No chaos. We're all
no
adults,
chaos.
right?
So pretty much, dude, I don't want to put words in people's mouth, but everything that's happened with Legion was inter-guild politics within the guild. It had nothing to do from the outside. Because I've been hearing rumors for like the last 3 days from people, trying to take, they're saying, oh, we're the reason they did this. We're the reason they did this. For example, Cthulhu, I see him saying, oh yeah, sorry, we broke Legion. I'm like, all right, bro, stop. That's in our area. We call that speaking at the ass, dude, straight up. Nobody from any guild had any effect on whatever happened with Legion. It was purely from the inside of the guild, just inter-guild politics. If you want to know the exact problems, you're gonna have to reach out to Zero and Vicness straight up.
I mean, I'm sure there are people that want the drama nitty gritty, but I think that's good enough.
Yeah.
People, I mean, people asked in my chat, they're like, "Hey, Legion's Nightfall or whatever now. What's going on?"
Pretty much, one guy fell and a lot of people followed. If I had to generalize, Zero left the guild. He had his own reasons, and a lot of people in that guild were very close and tight with him. And he's my closest friend in the guild when I joined. So a lot of us
Pizza, if you want to join, hop in the Discord. I
what
say, bro.
That seems cool. I've always had good interactions with Legion.
You're free to pop
I
in,
would
bro.
expect Nightfall would be no different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. When he left, it was a goodbye, best of luck, guys, and and it was pretty tough because these are guys we've played together for a year. We were tight knit, and so a lot of people, I guess, agreed with his stance on certain things, and then they just kind of levitated towards him, and they're like, "Hey, what are you gonna do?" And then from there, they're like, "Well, if all these people are leaving, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it's going down the line." Pretty much like the core bangers of the guild all started leaving, and
Pizza guy showed up, guys. He was able to make it. Nice.
I saw, dude.
Hey, what's up, pizza guy, dude? Nice to meet you, man.
Oh, you're Nightfall now. Oh, Midas is one of the ones that went Nightfall, everybody. Holy shit. Oh, fuck.
Fresh hot for the drama, baby.
Dude, this Legion shit is just out.
Jesus.
All right. So the question is, what is Nightfall compared to Legion? Are you guys similar?
It's
what's
literally
Nightfall's deal?
Ace Prime. It's literally Legion 2.0. It's literally Legion from 6 months ago. It's all it is. Just 20 guys, core tight. That's it. It's got from the core people. There's a couple not there. Like obviously Vicness, like Bowden, like Turek, Idun, Neural. But besides that, it's everybody else pretty much.
Here's the thing, and this is what I came to find out too, not just for my own guild when it did have it split back in the day, but like other guilds as well, is like, so when you guys left, or like when Zero left, there was obviously like a wave of people that like initially just like left, right? But the thing is like, it's like a wound, right? Like it's not healed completely yet. There's still going to be people that will end up trickling out of Legion, especially like inactive people who you guys might consider good friends. Like they're going to come back to the game, maybe have no idea what's even going on, and they're like, "Oh fuck, all my friends just left. I'm going to leave too." So like I feel for Victus. I feel bad for him. I'm not even saying anything like that. But there's going to be probably more people who end up leaving because of it.
Itself isn't going anywhere, right? I mean, they still got
Like
that's what you don't want to ever see is like a big group of people that are into the game just give up.
Right. No. Well, if you know Vic, he's never gonna give up on his ambitions and dreams. He's a solid dude, and so he's gonna continue pushing forward for what he wants. And just to reiterate what you were talking about, it's fucking gut wrenching too. You know what I mean? It was hard. There's a lot of emotions in this because you're talking about guys who've been together for over a year. You know, I have like 800 plus hours on this game, and so it's like overnight now. It's like, what the fuck? Now I have to decide to leave my friends to join my friends, and there's no way I can do anything where somebody's not getting hurt. And so you're thinking, what's the best course? What do I do? What do I do? And then, I feel like I can kind of generalize here for a lot of the players, or just for people around the world that play games. Sooner or later, when something like this happens, you really get to figure out why you play games, right? It's because you want to be where like the good times are, where the fun is, where the friends are. That's all that matters.
Right. That's all this is. I mean, that's if it's anything other than that, right? Then you're doing something wrong.
Yeah, exactly. And so that's pretty much what happened. And so, yeah, everybody just pretty much was like, hey, we'll just group up here. And since we're all here, all right, fuck it. We'll just make a guild and stick together and play the game and get away from big politics.
The politics stuff can be brutal in games like this. 100%.
Oh, dude, this game will take every fucking emotion out of you, dude. I swear to God, it will take everything from you. But that just means how fucking awesome this game is. Honestly, like, I don't know what other game that can make me.
Well, that's the thing. When people get passionate, that's where that stuff comes from, and it's like that means that it's a good game. People aren't pissed off over Peggle right now or whatever.
Yeah, absolutely. It's sad it came to that.
So I have a follow up to that though. All right,
yeah, go for it.
So you guys are all big guilds, and you guys are in the whole thing, established. The rumors are that there's a bunch of folks that are like hardcore Mortal Online 1 that have already plotted out their cities and stuff. So it's going to be like the Mortal Online 2 folks versus the Mortal Online 1 folks. What do you see? How's that going to play out?
That's my first time me hearing that. There's a couple MO1 vets. I'm talking 10 plus years. It's like Mitsu, for example. He was one of the high ranking officers that left as well and is with us in Nightfall. I would love to see a bunch of houses all built together.
Right. Well, the rumors are, that there's a lot of big guilds that are real serious, but they're just waiting for launch. Now, do any of the big guilds that are already established foresee that?
I pray to God that guilds like Legion and Kodo are like small fish in a big pond. I think that is one of the best things that can happen for this game. Like, we need more guilds coming in from all these other trash MMOs, if I'm going to be honest, and just come here and try it out. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, that's why I think, the first launch is going to be insane. You know what I mean? I would love to see that kind of stuff. I would love to see some really organized groups come in and try to upend, the norm.
Or not even, like, I want them to join the politics. Like, I want like an established guild to just get in here and be like, yeah, we're fucking taking over. Like, I just want to see how that's gonna run with people that's been here for like a year.
I want to get Zerg down by the Chinese with them running like 100 people at me with naked short swords.
Listen, they got a guild up in MK now, and then they're growing. Those guys got numbers. So,
Pizza, are you talking? Is he muted?
Oh, now he's muted now. Pizza, what'd you do?
Oh, does he know he's muted? I don't know if he knows.
Pizza, dude, that's a great tree you got behind you, man. I love that tree.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
And the blanket you got. What is that? It's a pink.
I like the neon sign too.
It's warm, dude.
My foot pedal wasn't working. I think it's because I didn't launch an admin, so that's my bad.
Okay.
What I was gonna say is, I'm just trying to milk things out here, boys. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with all this guild shit. People are like, yo, people are splitting up. People's hearts are breaking, stuff like that. I got Team Rocket showing up out of nowhere being like, hey, bro, are bad about early on things. I got Nightfall people being like, hey, we want your milk, take off your pants. And I'm like, bro, come on now, give me 2 seconds. I've got Acolytes on the left-hand side being like, yo, we want to run something with you. And I'm like, let's do it. And they're like, actually, that means having to get on a horse, never mind. And I'm like, what's going on, dude? Come on. I'm out here trying to go on adventures. And all these guilds are like, nah, dude, we got to punch each other naked in the middle of Morin Kerr next to a district with people fishing off a fucking dock. And I'm like, dude, I'm just trying to play a game right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel
and I feel like people out here are taking this like it's their second job. Like they're putting in their 401ks over here and they're getting matched by fucking Henrik. I don't know what's going on.
the game.
And at the end of the day, why can't we all just milk a Minotaur together? I'm just trying to get some boys together. Maybe a satyr, maybe a satyr priest.
Couldn't agree more.
Just go down there and milk
Think of
the
the
satyr priest.
resources, boys.
Exactly. Think of the
Absolutely.
gains, baby. Have you seen how much protein is in Minotaur milk? Have you seen that?
Somebody
They're pretty shredded. Yeah,
You'd have to-
It's
you'd have
fucking
to tell me.
insane.
You'd have to tell me.
Bro,
I've never
look at
tried
this.
it.
Look at this shit right here. That's Minotaur milk, baby. Right there. That's plates, bitch. That's fucking up and down. Come on.
When did this turn into an ad for Minotaur milk?
That's a third.
It's always been an ad for Minotaur milk. It's Minotaur Online too. Is that what we're playing, right? Come on, dude.
I have Minotaur
Anyway.
milk in this tea I'm drinking right here, actually.
Exactly, dude. You're welcome, by the way. Jesus Christ, that was a bitch to get.
Thank you. Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
The milkmen are out here just trying to do things.
Go with Pizza Guy on that. Yeah, it's complicated, right? Figuring out
Yeah.
who likes who and who's dating who and who
Yeah.
kissed who. It's
Who's dating who?
complicated.
I wish there was like a fine line between like it doesn't get too crazy and just right. But I don't know. Can we see that from a game like this? You know?
I mean,
Well,
I
I
managed to pull together a bunch of Talus Confederation, some Iron Vanguard, a Kodo, and a whole bunch of random people together. And at first, the Talus Confederation were a little bit mad at someone from, I can't remember, I think it was like, I don't remember the name of the guild. They're like, you necked my sister. And I was like, guys, doesn't matter what happened with the sisters, okay? It's the here and now. And then we went to do the Spider Queen and tried to milk her, and she milked us because we didn't bring arrows. But that's besides the point. I'm just saying, at the end of the day, if adventure's on the call, we can put aside our differences, boys.
Absolutely,
Okay?
dude. Couldn't agree more, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
I
reminds me
agree.
of my Tendrum sewer streams where I just like ragtag, get the fucking militia together. We just run down to the sewers and just fight whoever was down there at the time. That
Yeah,
shit
what's
was
wrong
so
with the
fun.
sewers down there? Like, what did the sewers do to everybody? Like, that
Dude,
place
you-
is just a
It's
shit
the
show, dude.
toxicity in the air, bro. You go down there, just straight up open PvP, and you could literally like just scumbag anybody you want, pretty much.
Ice Prime clearly hasn't taken 3 lefts in the sewers, dude. Man,
Oh,
man, is
yeah.
man's taking 2 lefts and then taking that right. You take 3 lefts,
No,
Bro.
effect.
you
used to
open up
be-
you learn some kinks, dude. You
Yeah.
learn
Yeah.
about things.
Yeah.
It's
Like,
a different
you're
place down there.
you're like, whoa, holy shit.
Costuming,
They're into that?
mustaches, you know?
Yeah, man, it's weird. And you find out what the black cape is actually used for. That shit's.
It's a thing of honor to wear that.
Why do you think
know?
the
Get
illusionist
invited
has
to
the
parties.
scribe, dude? Why do
Did
you
you
think the
get-
illusionist has a scribe scroll? He's writing it all down. He's making his Karma Sutra. 3
Did you
lefts
guys
in,
get
baby.
the black cape? Who here has the black cape?
Nah, dude, every time I go down there, I get surrounded by a bunch of Taiwanese guys and they take my pants.
All
That
I'll
tracks.
tell you what, boys. You,
Oh,
you guys, we're gonna take care of you guys. No problem. I'm gonna make sure you guys see some of this best content.
So here's my thing. Here's legit, like a legit grievance that I have a little bit. It's when I know I'm being stream sniped. Like I've spent like 2.5 hours, 3 hours getting a group of 15 people together, and then I know for a fact, like last night, I was like, oh shit, Nightfall just ran through. No offense, Omitis, but I was like,
That's okay.
Nightfall just ran through Bhakti in the direction of the dungeon that we were going to. And I've been trying to get this group together for 2.5 hours. I'm like, I'm not about to bring these 15 people into certain death. You know what I mean?
Right.
And
right.
the reason why I bring this up is because the very first dungeon I tried to run in the game, Legion were there, and they just killed everyone that I brought out there, and then kept me alive. And I was like, dude,
Okay.
I was like,
let-
dude, you're
I'm
holding
gonna-
me hostage right now. Come on.
Okay, I have to say something just because I'm representing Nightfall right now. So when it was Legion, it was completely different, dude. Like RPK, we got officers that were just like, if they push the button, the button's pushed, everyone's dead. The only way we'll be stopped is like if somebody can equal our numbers and are better than us. Now it's a little bit different. With Nightfall, we're staying away from politics. We actually just want to have a good time. That's it. We just want to have fun. Reach out. Let's communicate. Like, so seriously, like, just be like, yo, Midas, dude, what's up? I see you guys here. You guys want to tag up? Straight up, dude, I'll be like, fuck yeah, let's do it. I'll tell my guys, and then we'll just go have fun.
But his question is like, what's political about like ganging up and like stream sniping a streamer with like a bunch of randoms? How is that political?
So I can only tell you from one side.
Let's hear it from the side. Yeah,
I get street sniped all the time. You know what I mean? And then, so I can only tell you from my perspective. I don't know. I guess this game, people just want to fight and they just want to kill people. And then when they see that somebody's open for the pickings, instead of trying to RP, instead of trying to actually create something that's fun, they just want to go straight not to the nitty gritty. That's the only thing I can say. Because I've been on the end of getting stream sniped, and then I'd have to be like, all right, well, fuck it then. I'm just gonna call the boys. You know what I'm saying? So,
well, this is a good conversation. Let's put the elephant on the table, though. Like,
absolutely,
this game is like this is a stream sniper's wet dream. This game.
Yeah, it really is. There's only one server. If you see someone's in Medulla, like, okay, you know that guy's in the one fucking Medulla in the whole game. Like, you know exactly where to go, basically. Like, if there's like any like big landmark, like you're fucked if someone really wants to kill you and has the means to.
Right, so it's like right now the game is very playable for content creators because the community is pretty rad. Like, you know, I don't know about you, Pizza Guy. I mean, I've been stream sniping stuff, but I haven't been griefed to the point where I'm like, fuck this shit, right?
Yeah,
but it could 100% flip to that at any second, right?
Any
and it's
moment
like, what do we do?
Yeah.
So my whole thing is I'm like, if a random one person comes up to me and stream snipes me, bet you're a stream sniper, whatever. That's who you are.
You have a small wiener.
You got a small wiener. It's fine. You deal with it your way. I'm gonna deal with you having a small wiener my way. I'm gonna make fun of you to everyone.
Right. We just roast them.
But what gets me is when Levia shows up to Preacher running into Minnow Dungeon, and it's a guild that has decided that as a guild they're gonna stream snipe. That I'm like, you're a bunch of fuckers. You know what I mean? It's like, that's like your whole thing is that you're going to stream snipe somebody because you have the advantage in that situation.
Right.
Like that's at least we've like identified a very specific group of people that have small wieners too. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, but I like, it's like at that point, is all of Levia KOS for the entire server? Is like, is there any way that we can be like, yo, this guild is like going to be stream sniping? And like, because I want people, like, at the end of the day, so having streamers stream this game is like obviously a good thing, right? Or
it's a fantastic thing. I'm gonna just say yes to that. A fantastic thing.
If you survive the trials and can consistently stream the game, then yes, it's a great thing.
It's a community thing, right? It's like some people like content creators. They like us. They like this podcast is happening. They like tuning in and watch us play the game. But there's also, we have to, we got a devil's advocate. There's that other side that feel like we as content creators ruin these games. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. That's true. And there's also, especially with games like this, where it's full of hardcore, Levia is just one of those like guilds that they don't give a fuck. Like you're going to have guilds that are just, we are there to create chaos and we love it.
Yeah, that's fair.
They feed off of the toxicity. And they're just, we have to like just be aware, like Levia, Dread, a lot of these guys that just, they don't give a fuck. They just want to go kill you, and then they'll tell you, oh, the game allows it. So so
right, but it's like the stream snipe side of that is the hard part, right? It's like
that's not a game mechanic.
We get bonuses as streamers, right? People give me shit all the time. People that let me live, that would no way in fucking hell if I wasn't live let me walk out of that situation, right? That's a cool community thing. But so it was like, is that the price we pay? Is the stream snipe deaths? I mean,
it really is, though. It really is. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely benefits to streaming. Like, I've met so many cool people. There's like political things that have happened just because I was a streamer or do this podcast or whatever, so there's advantages and disadvantages for sure. It is a hard game to stream. I think the negatives kind of outweigh the bad, but the game's just so fucking great, and I'm going to stream it regardless. Like, I'm going to lose a lot of shit. I'm going to miss out on certain opportunities because I'm streaming, but at the end of the day, I do think it is worth streaming, and it will help the game because maybe you're doing content even as a streamer where you're at a disadvantage that other people can't do, maybe like solo players or whatever, because like Pizza Guy, him getting together that 15-man group, like a solo player can't do that if he's not a streamer. You know what I mean? That's gonna be extremely fucking hard to do. People are gonna look at you and be like, what the fuck, you tried to like lead us out of the city, gank us? Like, what are you doing, dude? But if you're streaming and people go to your chat, they're like, oh, this guy's a fucking streamer,
then
like,
they know you're not fucking with them.
Then people can experience the content either through the stream or like by joining straight up with them in game. So there's it is good for the game. Yeah, I would say
the content that this game has is like I think one of the most funnest things that you can go through as a player and a streamer. You know, because when you're live and you can meet just random people that could VoIP, like speak in game with you, you never know what could happen. It could be like the most funnest thing ever. Like Putin said, you can meet amazing people, and it's also like a gateway for all these people out here who just don't know what Mortal is, and they don't know how awesome this game is and how awesome it will be. And
Right.
so now it's like, well, this is what the Minnow King looks like, and they're like, what the fuck? This guy can literally one shot you, and you can be hanging off the axe. They're gonna be seeing stuff like that, and they're gonna be like, I've never seen that before. And then, you know, obviously more viewers and just promotes the game pretty much.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, I think, you know, in this day and age, if there's not a presence for a game on Twitch, I don't think it could be accessible as it can.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, for sure. I agree with
And
that.
and the players control the world, literally. Like, you can't tell me the players don't control what happens. And so I'm very big on people communicating, networking, and just like seeing if they can link up. So like Pizza's doing the right thing. He's getting these TC guys here, getting these T guys, but you also got to understand like the political landscape. Like, you know what I mean? Like 2 months ago, if you would have came up to me and been like, oh yeah, Kodo, let's go, Levia, let's go, it never would have happened. Kodo would be like, nope, not gonna happen. You know what I mean? So
Wait, will that happen now? Sorry.
somebody's dying in Fortnite.
Oh Jesus!
Oh my god, dude.
Build faster.
Sorry.
I kind of felt like I needed to bail there for a second, dude. I thought I got caught doing something. I was like, Jesus Christ!
She heard the Coda Levy Alliance. She's like, what the fuck?
What happened?
Mama, no! Mama, no!
Mike, question for you. This is a question from my chat. Do you think you being a content creator and having a RPK guild, do you feel like more responsibility to make sure that your guys aren't doing that kind of shit?
That's a tough question right there.
I know. I got a good one. So
Yeah. Let me see.
That's from Royer from Jersey, by the way.
Who's that question for?
That's for you.
Mike, right?
Oh shit! I heard
Yeah,
Mike.
Nightfall.
I heard Mike. I'm like, who?
Yeah, I did
Mike?
hear. I heard Mike
said
too.
Mike.
I was
Sorry, Mike.
All right,
Yeah,
repeat the question one more time, please.
All right. So, you know, you're a streamer, a content
Right.
creator, and you
Right.
have an RPK guild, right?
Right.
Do you feel any responsibility to make sure your guys are playing fair as far as stream sniping and shit?
Okay.
Like, no, to set that example or whatever.
Okay, cool. So the first thing I want to say is it's not my guild for sure. So Zero's the one who created it, and we all joined, but we're all equal. Like nobody's higher than the other. We all just have a say in what we want, and we vote on it. And yeah, just to answer the question, absolutely. Like, if these guys are basically gonna group up 20, and they see like stream sniper, he's by himself and over there, like I will push forward to be like, guys, why don't you just talk to him? You know, if he's new, just talk to him, like talk to him about the game and stuff. But there are those times where like I might not be around, and then a lot of these Legion guys are just like RPK. Like they might not be stream sniping. No, multiple times where like they caught Lyric. I don't know if you guys know who Lyric is from Mirror.
Yeah.
I think he's
Who
in
would have never
Vikings.
heard of him? Small guy? New guy?
He streams on Mortal, and he got caught a couple times, and then he's like, oh, stream sniping. And it wasn't. It was just because we're always roaming and just looking for a fight. And I guess
Now, do you
people tend
think
to say
that because the map's so big and the nature of this game, it does feel more in some situations you're being stream sniped? Just because it's
can.
like so weird when people come
Yeah.
across you.
I mean, a lot of times when like you die and you're upset, like you're just kind of like, oh, process of elimination. Oh, fuck, they had to have killed me. I mean, they had to have stream sniped. You know what I mean? Or they had to have, because how else would they know I'm right here on the third floor in the fucking dungeon?
the thing
on
is-
a 400 square kilometer map. Like,
Yeah,
like,
Right.
Jesus.
But the thing is, the map's really not that big. Like, if you think about it, like, because there's only one server for the whole world and you're streaming, the map becomes extremely small because they know, like, if you know the map anyways, they know exactly where to go. Like, it really becomes extremely small when you're streaming if, like, you know someone is hunting you. It's like, like, it can never be big enough almost, essentially. Too.
Absolutely. I see it as a problem that's never going to go away, and I just have to accept that fact.
Yeah.
And how do I take it and now turn it into glorious content, pretty much? And that's my perspective on it.
No,
Like,
that's the
okay.
best perspective. The way I look
Yeah.
at it is, you know, some games are easier to be stream sniped than others. It's just part of being creators. But
Right.
all we can do is not be dickheads that deserve it.
Right.
Right?
Exactly. I
You
will
know,
say,
don't get. That's
I
all
will
we can do.
I will say, like promoting the game positively and like interacting with Henrik and interacting with developers and like just doing our best to really like listen to the people and bring up what needs to be changed. A lot of guys will stream snipe you just to say hi. Literally, it's just to be like, dude, I love your shit. Continue it.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Well,
if
think
you
of
get
all
to-
the times we get stream sniped where people are helping us.
Exactly.
We don't count those the same way, you know what I mean?
Exactly. Right. They trigger happy emotions, but when we die, we're like, oh, there we go. That's the sixth one. You know what I mean? So I guess it just depends also on the perspective and what you're looking to get from.
But do you guys mean that your first 7 horses weren't given to you by random people? What?
Yeah, exactly, right? You know
I
how many
thought that-
horses
I
I
thought
go
that
through
was-
on a day? It's like I don't get horses; they just appear and I kill them. You know.
Straight up.
Also, did horse fall damage get easier? Because I got mad lucky with my horse
Wait, really?
yesterday on a
It got
cliffside.
worse. It got worse.
It got worse because yesterday I got mad lucky, dude. I took like a fucking 10-foot drop, and my horse was like, "No, I got iron ankles right now, brother.
Really?
You're good."
Oh,
Yeah,
like,
dude.
what do you play, Pizza Guy? What's your character?
I'm a librarian,
Okay.
librarian Ogmir.
Okay,
I'm your librarian, dude.
As
Yeah.
a third start, I'm like one of the heaviest guys in the game, and like weight comes into the whole fucking
Oh yeah,
equation. So like
I'm
I literally,
114 kilograms. Yeah,
dude, I tripped over a rock. My horse died instantly. Just got one shot. And I was just like, what the fuck is this?
yeah. I mean, also your horse might have just taken its own life at that point because it
Hey,
was
I
like,
gave up.
I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not doing it, dude. No.
I fucking give up. No more.
Yeah, no, my horses like have glass ankles usually, but yesterday I got mad lucky and it just lived. I was just that Penis was like, yeah, we're going. By the way, my
Yeah.
horse's name is Penis. But yeah, no, yeah, I'm an Ogmir librarian who milks the creatures of the land for protein benefits. If you're seeing people out there with fat lats, that's all me.
Gotcha.
Mhm.
Okay. Makes sense.
So
dude.
speaking of like patch stuff, anything standing out major for anybody? Anything they really like, don't like?
I'm super excited for the fishing, and I can't wait to try it out, dude. Straight up.
I
That's,
haven't
like,
done it
the
yet. I'm
most-
gonna do it after this.
I have
after this.
not. This today is literally my first day, and I'm gonna try it out. It's my favorite gathering skill in any fucking game I play, so I'm gonna see what's up.
Don't go to Toxai, boys.
No, I will. That's
Well,
not
like,
where I was
That place
gonna
is a
go.
shithole. Bhakti,
That place. Oh yeah, no. Hillsplaya right now.
Toxie.
Hillsplaya's got that huge drop off as well. So if you want to fish deep, like there's that big drop off if you go like super far, like right
Right.
along the coastline.
Right.
You'll get that big drop off. You can go more than like you can do the 30-meter max or whatever the fuck it is.
Okay.
But I went to Toxai yesterday and everyone was on the docks just killing each other for fishing poles and fish and stuff. It was awful, dude.
Just for the rods.
And I'm running around trying to protect myself, and there's this asshole that's fully naked with a torch killing me because I'm not a PvPer, dude. I'm over
Right.
here trying to write the chronicles of the world as a
Right.
librarian, and this motherfucker's lighting me a flame, and I'm over here I'm just trying my best.
Well, dude, I'm so like with Pizza Guyness. I feel like we need to like group up more often and just go do fun shit. And if people want to mess with us, then we fight back. Like
Yeah, I mean they just put a
we
boss
just
in the
wanna-
Seder dungeon, right?
Yeah,
We should
yeah.
ban that shit.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Actually,
dude.
real quick, boys, don't ask Henrik any like toxic questions because he has a goon squad around him at all times. That one moment to ask.
Oh,
I brought up the fact that my house disappeared after he showed up at it, because my upkeep disappeared. So I was like, "You stole my upkeep." Immediately died. I was like, "All right, I get it, cool." And
Yeah,
then
I
he
mean,
deflected, and then he deflected and was like,
That's kind of
upkeeps from
sus,
houses.
dude. It's kind of
and that-
sus right
dude,
there.
he showed up with a fucking pick and walked in my house like this. Just walked in and went,
That's very sus.
and I was like, "Henrik, what the fuck was that?" And he's like, "Oh, it's for good luck." Next morning, no fucking home. I was gone. I was like, "Henrik, what the hell, dude?"
Dude,
Yeah,
he's got
no,
that shit somewhere, you know?
And
Yeah.
then he
Just curse that
deflected and
shit.
sent me to the fuck. And then he deflected and was like, "Don't worry about it. Just go to the jungle. There's something there for you."
he's like, here, I did this, but don't worry, you go down there. I got you.
Yeah, jungle's great, dude.
Ridiculous. Anyway,
Hey, has anybody messed with the threat stuff? They added like taunt, right, to the Thurser and the Ogmar. Anybody fucked with it at all?
Yeah, I saw that. I haven't tested it yet. I've been working, so
Right,
it looks good though. I hope it's effective.
You just
Right,
because
because aggro's kind of funky right now. I don't understand how it works. Like sometimes they just will go after somebody that's not even attacking them. Like
So-
it's crazy.
Aggro works off of the last person they see.
Oh, they see. So wait a
Right.
second.
So if you're
So
10
if somebody
guys,
new enters their vision, they're gonna attack them.
yes, they'll go straight for them. At first, people thought it was the higher the intelligence, the more the you'll get the aggro, but it's completely the opposite. It's the last person that enters the fucking room. That's exactly where that monster is gonna go.
I thought it was the last one to do damage.
Nope. So if you ever enter a dungeon, so what we did in Legion, we'd have straight up all the mages up front, all the warriors in the back. mages will go off up, they outburst the whatever monster, and the monster
You
will go
just
towards them,
tuned
and then
into the
we'd enter, and the monster will be like, all right,
latest
fuck you
channel
guys,
on
I'm going back there. And then we want that monster on us because we're the tanky boys, and we're the ones
Right,
doing the
right.
damage.
So
So
that's-
that's how you do it.
So that's what Wicked meant by when he said have a brain. When I asked him about the Spider Queen fight.
yeah.
Actually, he said it twice. So
he said,
What
he
you
was
asked
really
about?
trying to
That's what
emphasize.
he said. Have a brain. Damn.
Yeah, I said.
That's
So
bold.
how does the Spider Queen aggro boss work? And he was just like in MO Discord. Just have a brain.
Yeah, he's a
So,
he's a
dude.
character. He's a
He's a nice guy. He's a nice guy.
he's a-
So wait, have you guys tried the taunt yet? The Ogmir taunt and stuff? You guys saw that in the patch notes, right?
Yeah,
Like,
that's
there's
what I was
totally-
just talking about. No,
Yeah,
I haven't
so,
checked it out yet. So,
because I wonder if that. Yeah,
you
go
just
ahead.
get
sorry.
the aggro, right? You just hit
Yeah,
it.
that's
And
what
you
I
get
would. That's what I would think. Like,
Yeah,
it would
I
just
think
immediately go
you're.
to you.
Yeah, when you're doing damage with that pop, I think it said it generates more aggro. If I'm not mistaken.
So does aggro generate in this game? Because it seems like it's like a door that's open or shut. You either have aggro or you don't.
I don't think it did, but it might now.
Right,
based
because
off
it's
of
like in
that
theory,
patch.
if you can go up and you taunt it and it stays on you, that would make life a lot easier for the PvE side of things. You know what I mean?
I also see like in
Facts.
the patch notes, like the battle cry emote that the third stars they use, it has now AI aggro gain during its effect. So I guess
Thurser and
that's what-
Ogmar got
that's what we're,
taunts,
that's what
right?
we're
They're the
talking
only
about.
two.
Yeah.
yeah. So like I guess you have to pop that now if shit hits the fan and you're like, oh, I need to get aggro before my mage dies. I guess.
Yeah.
Right. Or is it like, is that to start it off? Do you get the aggro? I'm curious. You know what I mean? I guess we have to
Yeah.
fuck with it.
Yeah.
But the weird thing is like everyone around you gets the buff. You know what I mean? So
Right. So is it only giving you the aggro bonus, but it's still, I mean, and I noticed they lowered some cooldowns and adjusted those as well.
this is the thing with the Starvolt patch notes. They give you it's like they'll give you a line, but it's really just a clue. It's not the end all be all. That's just a clue. That's a piece of the puzzle for that one fix. You know what I mean, or whatever they added.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have to figure that out. It's basically what
Yeah,
that patch notes tell you.
Patch notes comes out that kind of give you an idea of what's going on. You got to test it left and right, and then you're like, oh, okay, this and this and this.
Because
Yeah,
they're also from Sweden, so I think there might be a slight language barrier too with the patch notes. I don't know. That's just what I've come to.
Oh yeah, that could definitely be that. I mean, and they,
Yeah.
you know, and they do it. Anybody play Tarkov? Tarkov
Hell
does it
yeah,
great. They don't
dude.
even give you the patch notes. They just
Hell
throw
yeah.
that shit out in Russian. Good luck, nerds. You know what I mean?
They just came out with a new map. I heard out there in Tarkov.
I still got a
Would you
question for
agree
you.
that Mortal Online is the Tarkov of MMOs?
Oh fuck yeah, dude! It's the medieval of Tarkov, except it's got like
100%.
I don't even know what that means.
better features. It's like taking Escape from Tarkov, which is like, because to me, Tarkov was the first full loot, hardcore, just straight up communication is the key to win this. Modernized.
Zero
And-
learning curve. You know, it's got all these
Yeah,
things that
like,
say
you
a
got-
game shouldn't be successful, and it's just
Pretty
crazy
much.
successful. You know what I mean?
Pretty much. And it's one of the points I bring up every time when I tell people, yeah, MMOs will be going towards this, like this direction moving forward, because it's just these casual MMOs out there, like New World, for example. Which you know, I saw you go there, Ace Prime. I'm a little hurt by that, but that's okay. I'm not gonna bring that up.
What did I go? Where did I go?
New World,
Oh, New World. Yeah, hey, I
Yeah.
played New World. You didn't like New World?
dude. No. I played the
New
alpha.
World got sleepy as fuck, mad quick.
Well,
Which
New
is-
World had a lot of issues, right? But it's like
Uh-huh.
the biggest issue they have is the game was beat the day it went live. You could go watch a guide to do every single thing, see every single monster, every single boss, and that's insane to me. That's all. We've never seen MMOs released like that, where it's like everything is not only a known quantity, but there's wikis and shit.
Yeah.
So here's my question: what do you mean by that? Because like do you mean like the mechanics are all out, or like how to get what you
No,
want is all
everything,
out?
like how to craft the best stuff in the game, where the best drops were, like because there
Oh.
was so much testing, the entire game was cracked to the point that content creators had already, I mean, it was like a game that had been out a year already, the day that it launched. So there was
Oh.
no mystery. And
I
how
see.
strange is it that day one of a new MMO, you could follow a guide from level 1 to the end game on exactly what to do? It's just so strange. You know what I mean?
Interesting.
And that's not something we'd ever seen in MMOs before, because it's been so long since content creation wasn't where it was for WildStar that how it is now. You know what I mean?
right.
Yeah, and someone in chat just brought up that's the coolest part about MO2. You can't find shit online about it besides obviously the map, and you just have to fuck around and find out.
Yeah,
And, like,
there's
that's
no
why I
info.
love
It's
it, dude.
beautiful.
That's what I love about it, and that's why it's always so hard when someone's like, "What's your home city?" And I'm just like, "Bro, I don't have a home city. I'm a transient right now. I'm just all over the place,
Yeah,
man.
dude, I'm a
I'm trying to
hobo.
freaking learn this
I'm a
place."
homeless person.
Exactly, dude. I'm like, I'm no guild, and because I don't want to have to like report in somewhere, you know what I mean? And I'm just running around, and I'm not looking at the map as well because there's something so enthralling about not looking at the map and being like, okay, I have to kind of remember that landmark.
Yeah, you got to
because then
learn
I
the
know.
map. You got to learn the landmarks, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
so, like, because I'm not looking at the map at all, like, I've kinda got, like, a mental image of what the map of this game looks like in my head, and I'm just now kinda figuring out how to get around a bit easier, and it's just, that's been my favorite part about this for sure.
I love that about this game. I remember Hendrik came in one time and he was talking about fishing. He was like, "Oh yeah, I looked into Moda MO1 data. Yeah, you know, it's been out for like years, 10 years, whatever." He's like, "Yeah, there's like schools of fish nobody ever found." Like, but like that just gives you an idea. Like, knowledge is power, and that's what they're
Yeah,
trying
he
to do
was
with
saying
MO
there's
too.
alchemy recipes that still haven't been found.
Which
Yeah,
is crazy.
but here's the thing though, it's like I'll use this new dungeon that we got apparently. Has anyone found this new dungeon?
Yes, Nightfall completed it the day it came out.
Are you talking about a new dungeon?
What do you
You're
mean? They
talking
didn't
about
even know
a new boss?
about it when I
Wait,
asked
there's a
them
new
about it.
dungeon.
the-
What
the
dungeon?
the
Where?
one-
Well, tell us the deets.
No, you're
the
talking
one-
about Satyr boss.
Yeah. What are you talking
No,
about?
that's not a new dungeon. That's a new boss. There was a new boss and a new dungeon. Two different things.
Oh,
So-
that
Where's the new
was
dungeon?
Hold on.
I
So-
see. Yes.
So
yes,
let me
yes.
explain. So I was just first asking that. That's something separate. So you said they had fish in MO1 that no one ever fished, right? So,
Yeah,
but
that's
here's
what that's what he said.
But here's my logic: is like there's supposedly a new dungeon, and I'm pretty sure from what my guild is saying and what other people are saying that you can't actually access the dungeon because there's some like bug with like the entrance to it, and there was probably some bug with these fish that never got fixed, and that's why nobody ever fished them. Because if you're thinking like people fishing for like 8+ years and they didn't
Right.
find this fish, even though there's
Right.
people fishing literally freaking everywhere, it's like
right.
probably wasn't implemented right or something. If no
Yeah,
one ever
yeah.
fished it.
That's a perspective right there for
Or
sure.
is there like a chance that there's all these little tiny bodies of water and shit that there's some holes that are just like there's some crazy ass.
I mean-
shit in it? I mean, you guys tell me. You have more experience. With
If you
the devs
if you
and
want to
stuff.
have blind faith, I mean that's up to you. That's a perspective, you know. But
Right,
I
it's
go
like-
off like
no, that's fair. That's fair.
you know-
So I mean, I want your opinion then. Like, we talked about launch. There's a lot of things they're holding back and stuff. Like, how do you feel about that? Where's your faith fall? You
Well,
follow, you know this
yeah.
more than I do.
I think it'll be cool, and I do like the concept of them holding back like this massive bosses that you'll see on the roadmap. Like we've never had a massive boss patch, so this is gonna be like a tier 3 AI, and who the fuck knows how many people it's gonna take to clear. Like it could end up taking like 50 people, so you may
Right.
have to team up with other guilds just to kill this one boss this one time for whatever. I extremely like the idea, and I'm glad that they're keeping content for launch because it only makes me more hyped. The scary
Agreed.
part about it is every time they add something, it's extremely buggy to start, and that could rub a lot of people the wrong way with the stuff that they're adding because we're so hyped for it that it's going to come out kind of like wonky. And it could like alter our experiences with the game depending on what it is and how like
High
crucial.
expectations.
Yeah,
It's-
how like if it's like luxury stuff like the massive bosses, like obviously you don't need to kill that massive boss to play the game. That's just something extra. That's added content. But if it's something like I don't know, like just something you have to do to enjoy the game and it ends up being wonky, it could really affect the first impressions that we get from a lot of the new players. So I'm just hoping that they have it really fleshed out with whatever like test team that they have, and I'm really excited to see all the new stuff. I think we're getting Draco Armor too. It's a very
What's that?
highly anticipated set of armor. If you look at the Meduli fountain, the statue of the guy on the fountain, he's wearing Draco Armor. It looks fucking sick.
Oh,
It's
shit.
gonna be
Okay.
it's gonna be absolutely amazing.
I can't wait for that fucking armor. I've been waiting for that shit for a while.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to the boss
launch
battle.
is gonna be a
personally,
fucking shit show, dude. Launch
Oh,
is gonna
yeah,
be such
for
a
sure.
shit show. Are you
It's gonna
kidding
be-
me?
It's gonna be
Like,
crazy.
Oh, like,
All right.
like,
So what are the odds that it just all works? Right.
oh,
It turns
fucking
on and-
0. Are you kidding me that it all works? Are you fucking joking, dude? No, this shit's gonna be broken as fuck.
we're gonna be stuck on
it's
the
gonna
login screen for like 3 days.
gonna be-
Exactly.
it's gonna be a
'Cause
queue live.
if people are right that there's that lyric and shroud and whatnot are hopping on it,
Oh yeah.
Right,
it's gonna the
smash it.
game is gonna be ass for 2 weeks. It's
Right.
gonna be fucking ass
Yeah.
for 2 fucking weeks. I
Ugh.
guarantee
So
you.
question is, first impressions, do they matter? Or if they can get it running and working in the long run, does it really matter?
It doesn't matter. to me.
100% matters. Dude,
Hold on, let me-
1000.
No,
Yeah,
I don't
Pizza
think it
Guy's
does.
right on this. When it comes to MMOs, dude, specifically MMOs, no other game, that first day impression always matters. It's literally the most important part. in
I
the-
agree,
in the
but then it's
beginning
like
of the-
Final
and-
Fantasy. I mean, look, that launched garbage. Had to take it offline for a year, and now it's the most successful MMO.
Right.
So it's like the question is, does a good game have legs even if it has launch issues?
It'll have legs if it has history. Okay, I wouldn't say I don't think Mortal has a big community that's solid, just like Final Fantasy, because I feel like Final Fantasy is older. You
It's
know,
different, yeah, a whole different
it's
IP.
just
Yeah.
different game, different category.
The reason
So
Elder Scrolls is still live and WildStar isn't.
Right.
You know what I
Well,
mean? You got-
what
right.
you guys aren't really thinking about it like specifically to Starvolt's case. Starvolt is an indie company. They're extremely small. They only have one server to deal with. This
Right.
game is going to have an extremely bad launch. I'm just calling it now. This is my own personal opinion. I don't have any facts.
I will
But
say
it's going
this.
to have a really bad launch, but the retention over time will keep the game alive, and it's going to do
Right.
well over time. It's going to have a shitty launch, but it's going to do great. The game's going to be
Because
great.
it's unique, right? I mean, it's not like
It's
it's
so
There's
unique.
not
Yeah.
like there's a bunch of games that run better that you can do the things you can do
It's-
in here. You know what I
It's
mean?
unique and there's no competition. There's no other game in the market that provides the same thing. Like, and to me, like I like a queue. I have no problems. I just for me, whenever I've seen a queue for an MMO, I'm like, oh, this shit. I guess it's good. This means more players want to get in. But I just hope the servers hold up and it doesn't crash. Like I hope the game actually works. But you know what are you gonna do?
What gets me is MO2 already kind of has a bad rap just because of that earlier the test that they had going, and you had fucking Asmin, right? That streamed to however many people,
Oh,
and
don't get me going, please.
no,
I
bro.
will go.
So just hear me out though. He streamed to however many fucking thousands of people that he streams to when he was streaming MO2, and then he rage quit when he wasn't doing good with combat, and now he's got all those stands that are like, yo, that game is shit. And so there's already that out there, right? That like MO2 is not gonna be that MO2 is hot garbage or whatever, but obviously you have people like us that are like, yeah, fuck it, dude, this game looks kind of dope, let me give it a shot, and then we try it out and it's like, oh, this game's actually hot, like what the fuck. So if launch happens and these 20,000 viewer streamers hop on and they have a bad time also because there's a bunch of fucking trolls in the game that are making it unplayable
Right.
because there's 20,000, 40,000, 50,000 people watching on launch day, then there's all of a sudden 50,000 people that all have the same immediate just like, oh, my streamer didn't like the game. You know what I
Right.
mean? And
Right.
so that's what I'm mostly like, that's what I'm mostly saying when I'm like, I'm mad nervous for this January 25 launch because I don't want that to happen because this game deserves better. But there's
Right.
going to be a bunch of people that make a bunch of spam accounts that go out there just to be fucking toxic as shit, blare music down their mics. And if they turn off VoIP, then they're just going to go and kill these streamers all the time. And there's going to obviously going to be people that are trying to help them out as well. But it's just going to be, and also because there's the loot race, everyone's going to be trying to kill each other for loot. It's going to be fucking chaos on January 25.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't think the general populace that are going to come into the game for the first time are going to understand, hey, this is chaos because everyone's trying to get the good shit as fast as possible so that they can be a power player on the server. It's going
Now
to be
the
hard
flip
to like
side of
kind of
that is
say
if the
that, you know?
server holds, right? Like it could be some
Yeah.
really interesting content. It's definitely going to
Facts.
be nothing that anybody's seen before, right?
Yeah, for sure. Meduli with fucking 500 people in it.
It's gonna,
You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly,
Imagine
right?
20
And everybody
horses.
laying into their mics.
Imagine
Tindrum
20
with
horses in that
1,000
bank.
people. Like you're gonna have 1,000 people spawning into Tindrum, which already drops to like what? I'm like, I've got good hardware, and it already drops to like 30 frames when I'm going into Tindrum. If there's like 1,000 people all trying to be in there at the same time,
Well,
Yeah,
after
yeah,
this next patch, it's like they're doing a whole month of optimizations. So hopefully it gets better
Yeah.
from that. month.
Anyways, like the
Right.
holy
And the
grail.
node line stuff I heard too, right? Didn't Henrik say something about node line in there with the optimization?
He asked me to take down my video about node lines because he said that they're completely aware of the issue. It's been a thing for a while now, and they're gonna have it fixed before launch. That's what he assured me. So I ended up taking down one of my videos that was getting a lot of traction. But as far as like the launch and stuff, Henrik has said that they only need like 4,000 active subs at any time to keep the game running and to keep going, and he'll keep going even if they're not making like profit from the game. Like this is his dream, this is his baby. You'll see him talk about it all the time.
Yeah,
like,
I mean they've been working on this for like 20 years. I mean, this is his dream, like
Yeah,
literally, you know what I
but
mean?
but my point is like you don't like the streamers, they'll help the game for sure, obviously. If people like the game and like they have 50,000 viewers watching it, and they're gonna play because their streamer plays, but you'll get all those subs just from like Steam alone. And if they get this Epic Games deal, like there's a lot of people who don't watch streams and they'll just see it on Steam. They're like, oh hey, I want to play this. They'll get into it. It's not gonna be for everyone, of course, but
Right,
you'll
right.
get all the subs you need just from Steam alone. This game does not require streamers to survive like most
Right.
other MMOs because there's
Right,
only
because it's
one
not
server.
AAA, right? It's like
Yeah,
their
it's
dev team's
indie.
small enough that at 4,000 subs, that's still a solid, at the end of the day to keep everybody rolling. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the
Yeah.
question is that follows up. I have one. I want to hear from everybody on this one. This is a question that I just ponder. It's a really cool game, really unique game. There's almost everybody that streams it is sitting right here. There's like a handful. Why? Why aren't more people streaming Mortal? What do you think, content creators?
That's what we need more streamers. We need more people with a lot of viewers to come here and just promote the fuck out of this game, because I don't think people know about it. Like, I seriously don't think people are aware of what Mortal Online 2 is and what gameplay it provides. And so I was excited when I saw Pizza Guy, dude, and I saw Ace Prime. One of the literally the first thing I was like, dude, welcome to the Mortal community. That was fucking lit. I don't even know if you guys remember if I typed that in the chat. But I came in, I was like, welcome, Pizza Guy. Hell yeah, dude. Got to have you guys here, because I was just super happy and ecstatic to see, like, hey, now we got these other big streamers coming down here who are awesome and get to promote the game and get to enjoy it. So,
I mean, I've been trying to get my buddies into it. And finally one, like I've gotten what, three or four of them all to hop on. And I think what it is they're just waiting to see what the hell the game is. And like, it's just, and they're hoping that it's not going to be another New World situation where you just burn out after a month and you're done with it forever, right? So I've managed to get my buddy Just Spike on it, who streams, Facehair on it, who streams, all these guys who stream later in the day, later than us, to get on and play it. And then finally, my buddy Brian, RD Reckless, is going to hop on and play it on Monday. He's finally apparently seen enough that he's like, I'm going to give it a shot. But the main thing that everyone's worried about when I tell them to stream it is the grind. They're like, yo, it's going to be a grind. It's going to be a game that I'm going to have to play all the time. And like also the how bad is the RPKing and stuff. And it's like, is it going to be just a toxic thing? And it's like, dude, it's so much of me just trying to sell, hey, the community is actually pretty sick. Yeah, you're going to get, pardon me. Yeah, you're going to get RPK'd every once in a while, but that's just the nature of it, right? Just get on and try it out. It's kind of a hard sell. It's a little bit of a hard sell to people. And
It
also
is.
it might be some of that like residual from the earlier stress test. You know what I mean? People, like, when they think about Mortal Online, they're just like, oh, I remember hearing about it and not a good light. I'm just gonna wait and see. You know what I mean? Yeah, and like Facer just said, it's intimidating to try and get started on it because there's so much as well, and it's just like, oh, you know what I mean? So
Honestly, that might be a good thing if you think about it. Because Hendrik has also mentioned that he might stop sales on the game at launch once like X amount of like people have bought into it, because the servers can't handle so many people logging into the game at once. He wants it to be like trickled out. And then that also gives them time to fix the server issues, because they have to like test it at launch when 80,000 people are all trying to log into the game at the same time. Obviously the servers are probably going to have fucking issues,
yeah.
So it's actually good if people kind of like wait a week or 2 weeks just to like start the game after launch, because like at the end of the day, like, unless you're like a big guild pushing for a keep, it really doesn't matter if you play on launch day specifically, unless you're like also a streamer or content creator. That's important, of course, but like if you're just like an average player, like it might be better if you wait a week or two. And I'm not trying to like fuck their sales up or anything. I'm just saying, like, from a performance side of things, it actually is better for the game because you don't have all these people just trying to bum rush and bottleneck the server or whatever.
It's so
For
much
sure.
easier said than done, though, right? If you're excited about a game, it's so hard to be like, I'll just wait. You know what I mean? It's like when it
Yeah.
comes out, you just
For
want to
sure.
play that motherfucker.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It'd be a good business move, honestly. I think. I don't think any other game does that. Where if you like stop after a limit and now everybody's like, oh shit, I really want this. And
It's like when you sell those sneakers for like $80,000, and it's like we only have 3 left. And it's like,
Well, yeah, don't you think that looks better than, like, say, New World's 11-hour queues if they had just said, look, we're stopping sales until everybody gets into the game? I mean, Final Fantasy just did that because of their new expansion overloaded their servers. You can't buy the game right now.
right.
it'll be cool.
I don't
It'll
think that
definitely be
hurts
cool.
them, though. I think that's good marketing. It's like,
Uh,
oh, man, we got too much. We don't have enough for everybody. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
for Pizza Guy. Oh, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, because we've already all pre-purchased the game, and there's also like dupe accounts that have purchased. Like, there's people out there with like 2, 3, 4, however many fucking tunes on the server. Like, how are they gonna account for that? Is it how many people are trying to log on, or is it how many sales they've made? You know what I mean? Like that. I feel like
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
it's a bit arbitrary to say. Oh,
So
at
I
this
could shine a
amount.
little bit of a light, at least from like the back end of an MMO launch, right? They're going to look at their box sales, which is going to be pre-orders and stuff as well, right?
Yeah.
And then really the most important number is not that first month, because everybody that got the box got that. It's that second month of how many people pony up that $15. That's
Yeah,
going to be the make or break for them. Yeah.
What were you gonna say?
No, just earlier what you said about trying to get your friends to play these other content creators. Like, I don't know if you've ever seen an MO1 video, but I could not for like a whole year get any of my friends to play MO1 just based on the graphics alone. So if you don't know what it looks like, you should go watch like MO1
Is it
videos,
bad?
because It was a free to play game, and I couldn't even get my friends to try it. That's how like ugly it looked in like 2015 or whatever.
Now, do you
the
think
year
some of the
was.
reluctancy for people to jump in is because it's an MMO and it's like people don't like doing everything twice? They'd rather play it when it's live. Like, do you feel that from the people you're trying to get to play and shit at all?
For the most part, I think it's because they know it's gonna wipe. Because the game looks fucking phenomenal. Like you look at any video, you're like, oh shit, this game looks fucking good. This is an MMO, you know. It kind of looks like like Skyrim did back in the day. Like it looks fucking great, you know. But I think MMOs in the past years definitely have like a bad rep. You know what I mean? Like there hasn't personally, I haven't been excited for an MMO in like 5-6 years. You know what I mean? Like I want an MMO. I hate playing these games. I'm super excited for it, and then I just keep having to redo the same stuff because it keeps wiping, like Rust or whatever. Like I love Rust, but eventually I just get burned out because it wipes every week, and I'm just like, okay, I'm just doing the same fucking thing every week now. But like MMOs, it's persistent, and this game will never wipe. We know it's never gonna wipe. So if I play 6 months hardcore for for 6 months, and then like I decide to take a break, and I know when I come back, all my shit's gonna be there, in my bank or whatever. So, that is really exciting for me, knowing that this game will be persistent and it will never win, for sure.
All right, and then my last question for everybody. I have to steal everybody real quick. Should they turn on the real leveling rates before launch? Yay, nay?
Yeah.
What do you guys feel about that?
Yeah, I would be under the impression that they should wipe a week or two before, and just we know it's gonna wipe anyways, but give people notice it's gonna wipe a week or two before. Turn on leveling rates, and then people can kind of get their mindset of oh, this is what I need to do, how long it's gonna take, sort of thing. Because you have to decide at launch, especially if you have multiple accounts, what are you gonna play first? Because it's gonna take you some days just to stat up or gear up or level up one character. So you really got to commit to that character at launch. Like me, I have 4 accounts, so I got to decide okay, which build am I gonna play first?
Are you gonna hold on to 4 accounts? Are you gonna pay 4 monthlies?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I will. Actually, I'm gonna pay 5 monthlies. I don't count my guild bank account, but yeah, I have 5.
PCI, are you gonna do double account? Yeah or nay?
Fuck no, Dad. I'm just a librarian all the way. Come on now.
But what happens? What happens if he doesn't need a partner?
I've got squires.
Yeah, there you go.
Squires. Wait, do librarians have squires now?
Guesstimate for the MO vets. How many people are gonna double account up?
Pretty much everybody. For the MO vets, everybody, every single one of them.
I'm definitely gonna double up. Oh, I'm not MO1 though.
Interesting. No, I mean, I think that's interesting. So it's that is something to take into account on a successful MMO if each person's really I mean, that's crazy, right? I mean, they definitely have something unique if people are willing to pony up multiple accounts. You know what I mean?
Yeah, if you go up to any MO1 vet, I guarantee they either had multiple accounts or they definitely will have multiple. Yeah. If they know they're going to stick with the game. Because there's a lot of MO1 vets that just fucking hate Starville and just play their game almost out of spite, it seems like sometimes. And they might give you a different answer, but if they actually enjoy the game and don't hate Starville and continue to play their game for whatever unseen reason, they will probably definitely tell you that they're going to have multiple accounts.
I don't know. I like the idea of just full sending into one character. You know what I mean? And whenever I play this game, I'm always just excited to see to grow that reputation of that one character. And then if I made another one, then I would just be diluting my time. And I'm just I don't know. There's something really fun about figuring out the story and adventure of this one person that I'm doing RP as in this server. I don't know. But that's how I feel about it a little bit,
But here's the thing is when you go to create your character, I don't know if you guys have noticed, you have a first name and then you have a surname. What the fuck is the point of the surname? Because you don't see it in game in any way.
So you play with your partner, right? And then you can be like Mr. and Mrs. or whatever, or Mr. and Mrs.
Yeah, but no one
Mrs.
can
whatever.
see it.
You can't.
You can't even see it. You can't see
your
your
own
own
surname. See the surname.
Nobody. No, there's no way to see it. So in my mind, this is some sort of future mechanic to have multiple characters. If all your characters have to have the same surname on the same.
You have to meet another character, make sexy time, raise that kid. Then when you die, you become that kid.
Family, something with family, maybe. I don't know.
That's how you get more NPCs, dude. That's how you get more NPCs.
Yeah, it's like the old days when you needed more people to help
populating
on the farm.
towns
You just had,
out here.
10 kids.
Just having Thursar babies run into combat, little children Thursar. That'd be cool.
Anybody know what the subscription's going to be in the EU? I got a question in chat. I have no idea.
Apparently it's localized. So it's 15. It'll be 15.
Yeah, $15.
Right?
It would be your equivalent of $15 no matter what region you're in, I believe.
That's what that's what I was under the impression of.
What do you guys think about the 15? You think is that too much, too little?
I mean, I'm old school, man. I mean, $15 is that's the price to
That
the
was-
price of entry for
That was my
MMO, you know?
WoW subscription for 6 years. I'm good with it. You know what I mean? Like I'm already in that mindset. That is a standard sub in my mind.
Well, and even the free to play games like ESO, I mean, you end up paying the $15 a month for the I mean, it's like $15 to keep a game going. It's solid, you know what I mean?
Absolutely, dude. They got to get some sort of income, streaming income.
Hey, Pizza Guy, you play a bunch of other games and stuff. How do you feel about, you make content? How do you feel about sub games as far as falling into your content rotation?
What do you mean sub games? Like as in I'm
Where you
paying
have to
the
subscribe to
subscription?
them, you know what I mean?
Oh, I don't give a fuck, dude. If I have to play it, then I have to play it. You know, I have to
Yeah, right. If the
like
game's good and I'm
if I'm
digging
having
it, I
fun
don't
with
really
it,
care.
then I'll do it. It's the people that come in and are like, how dare they ask for me for my money after the fact? I'm like, well, they're not asking for any microtransactions, and they're like, yeah, but I'd rather have that. And it's like, well, you're
Nah,
dumbass.
not me, dude. I'd rather just have the game and pay for
Like,
that
come
than
on.
like get nickel and
Indeed.
dime
You,
for
you
it.
know what?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know who nickels and dimes you pretty fucking hard is ESO. How many
Yeah,
goddamn
every game's
expansions do
like
they
that.
have at that point? No, they do it pretty bad. I mean, it's free to play, but everyone subs if you play it consistently, and
You
then
have
like
to, right? And then you
every
gotta buy the
DLC is
expansions,
60
and they're
fucking
$40,
dollars.
$60.
$60
Yeah,
for every
Yeah.
DLC. Oh
every
my
single one I've ever
God.
seen, every like expansion that they've had
I didn't even
is
know
like
that.
$60.
That is crazy, dude.
But I think
60
they
bucks.
do have a weird system. Like if you sub, you get all the past DLCs minus the newest one, which you would have to purchase if you wanted to access it. But everyone purchases it. If you play that game, it's the new content. But MO is going to be different. You sub, all the content's going to be free forever. Like
Right.
when they release Sarduka, the whole brand new continent that's like similar size to Maryland, it's going to be free. You're going to get
Yeah.
that content for free.
Right, right,
So
right.
I think it's completely justified in their sub. I mean, that's
yeah,
how the
well, I
company
mean, like
stays alive.
you say
so.
for free, but I mean the $15 that we're paying is what's
Right.
paying for it. You know
It's
what I mean?
included, is what I mean. Yeah.
It's like, yeah, so it's like we're prepaying for the expansions that will be coming out in the future and all of the bug fixes and the continued
Right.
development. We're literally paying for a game that's going to be forever to like
Right, you're
maintain,
paying
you
to
know?
keep the dev team employed because otherwise,
Yeah.
AAA single player games they dump the team and then they until
I don't
they
know
need
how
it.
they don't agree with the whole subsystem. Like it's to me, it's like mandatory, especially if you're trying to make a successful game.
Well, you have to
MMO.
remember, a lot of people haven't been playing probably very many MMOs these
MMOs have
past
been
few
dead
years.
for a long time.
Yeah,
So unless
so-
you're playing WoW
They
or
have.
Final Fantasy, it's like you're not really. Everything's been free to play. Think about it. Everything's trying to be free to play.
I will say like the top 3, 4 most successful MMOs had some way of form subsystem. You know, RuneScape,
Oh,
World of
100%.
Warcraft, all these other.
Who would have thought Final Fantasy is the most popular MMO in the world? I just never saw that coming, dude. But
Me
Blizzard's
neither.
like,
Is
yeah,
it?
we'll take care of that. Yeah, it's
Oh, shit.
destroyed World of Warcraft.
What's the numbers looking like? Millions? I'm guessing it has to be.
Yeah, I think the last showing for WoW was only like 2.5 million subs across all of their classic and everything, and it's like Final Fantasy's
Only.
up in the double digits, boy.
Oh, damn.
God damn, that's a fucking huge number.
I'm not a theme park guy, but it's
Yeah.
MMOs relevant, right?
Guys, also if everybody wants to send 2.5 million subs my way, that'd be great. I'll go ahead. Go ahead and take those real quick. It's
Only
only
2.5?
2.5. Only 2.5, guys.
We're not doing 3. It's 2.5. That's come on.
Yeah.
That's a
I'm not trying to be greedy here. I'm not going for 3. Come on now.
It's one of those
Uh,
WoW numbers, dude. You know.
Yeah. Anywho, dudes. I don't know if I have very much more to talk about. Does anybody else have anything to talk about? Or am I just gonna see you fuckers out there in the world while I'm trying to milk things?
No, I think it was solid. But before we end, I'm gonna hit him. The first question I got asked is, "What do I think the game needs?" I gave you my 3. Everybody's got to fire off their 3.
what the game needs. The game needs ways to push for more grouping, or finding guilds, or just ways to not be solo. Pretty much, they can make that easy.
A party mechanic would be great.
Ooh,
You know what I
like,
mean?
like
Actually being able to group up, see each other's health bars, the whole 9.
Yeah, like just an easy party mechanic. Something that makes it a little like, because you like not even so that you can see like on the screen, but like guilds have their guild chat. I would love a party
Right.
chat. You know what I mean?
What if-
Party chat. Yeah. I feel that.
What if you're in a guild of like 30 people? How would that work?
What do you mean? Sorry.
So let's say you're in a guild with you got 30 people in there. Do you want to see like 30 names straight up with the health bars and stuff on the screen?
Oh
or?
no, fuck no. I don't need like UI and stuff like that. I mean, like
Right.
if I'm not in a guild and
Uh-huh.
I'm running around trying to get people, I'm like, hey, would you like to go run this thing with me? Cool. I'm gonna send you a party invite, and now we're in a party
At
chat
least you
together, so we
share a
can all,
chat. Yeah,
Mhm.
you know what I mean?
exactly.
Now we're in a
Interesting.
party chat, so if you get lost on our way there, we can be like, hey, where'd you go? Oh, we went that way. We took a left. Go ahead and take. You know what I mean? Like
I got you. I got you.
right now it's kind of dope being like I'm only using VoIP. Like people are like, yo, let's get in Discord together, and I'm just like, nah, dude, this is way more immersive if I'm
Yeah,
just
I like
talking
the
to you guys
VoIP
over
too.
VoIP.
Right.
I also understand why people want to be in VoIP or in Discord for certain situations, but I agree with you. Like or I mean, I feel like we kind of agreed and then maybe branched, but like a party mechanic is something that I think I would love to see. That's one of my ones. Anyway, Midas, you have two more. I'm sorry, dude. I overlapped.
No,
you.
not at all, dude. Not at all. Yeah, I'd have to say one to like group up. Let's see. I don't know. I kind of want to hear you guys first, and then I'll go off. You guys go, then I'll go off.
I mean, we definitely need sieging. We have housing and keeps and stuff, but we don't have sieging.
Right.
A lot of the guy, I mean, maybe the two, pizza guy and Ice Prime, you probably didn't play. I don't know. Did you guys play MO1? I'm guessing not.
Nah.
Yeah, I
No?
missed it, dude. Yeah, I'm an MMO
Okay.
guy, but never played it.
I mean, sieging created so much content and conflict and politics and just everything. Like it was a big part of the game. So we're definitely missing that. That's like a core feature, really. If I don't know if you guys would consider it a core feature, I consider it a core feature because of all the angst and rivalries it brews. That and then basically I just spaced on what I was gonna say. I'm not gonna lie. I was gonna add a second one that I would add, but now I can't remember what it was.
Dude, naval ships, dude.
Yeah, I mean,
ships.
both would be cool. Yeah, for sure.
Well,
If it's
aren't these
implemented
things that
right.
are coming? Like a lot of the things that I want are things that Henrik has said are coming. Like there's going to be ships that take us to another expansion, which leads to piracy. Hopefully, you know what I mean. Like on the
Yeah.
on the like that's going to be sick. Player made maps is apparently something that's coming, and that's going to be dope as hell. Because
Cartography,
Hell
right?
yeah,
because
dude.
if
Hell yeah.
cartography as a skill is a thing, then you bet your fucking bottom
It's gonna
dollar
sell
I'm
so
gonna
much.
I'm gonna fucking go everywhere because I'm already doing that, dude. I'm
Right.
already going all over the fucking place. I'll be a cartographer for sure, dude.
And you will make your money because people will
Maps are
absolutely
huge.
take
Yeah,
take
just
the
jungle
maps.
cat maps, dude. They'll be
Facts.
set for life.
Oh, dude, whoever maps the jungle first is a billionaire, straight up, easy.
Yeah, the maps on for the Mortal 9 info map, the jungle's not really accurate at all, so they still have to fix that for the map that we do have currently.
Yeah, and so yeah, like I guess that I just kind of listed my things that I want.
I want to see tailoring. I feel like MMOs, they make a lot of money with microtransactions, right? League of Legends, you buy skins and stuff. I feel like in these type of games, people love the way they look at all times. Like I
Right.
straight up want to look like a homeless person. That's just all I want to look at all times. And I feel like why not have a mechanic in game where these people, like players, can make that sort of like it'll substitute for the ability for us not having third person and also not having microtransactions as like skins where I can look really cool. Because it's everywhere I go, I'm wearing armor. I'm sick and tired of armor. I just want to fucking look cool. Maybe wear a
Oh,
robe.
interesting.
Or,
So like
you
more
get what I'm saying?
variety and like skins or
Right.
equipment and stuff. Yeah, I feel that. People love that shit. That's a real thing. Yeah.
So like if they add whenever they add gambling, which what I'm gonna do all day in the taverns, and you could like play Texas Hold'em, I straight up don't want to wear armor there. I want to go buy a sick ass fucking outfit, gold trim, dude, and then go to the tavern and just stay there like RP for like 10 hours. That's
Dude, that'll be dank. Like if when they introduce that and we're able to dress up, bro, you better believe
gonna
I'm
be
going live with a
huge.
martini glass in hand. And
Exactly,
I'm gonna
dude.
get obliterated playing blackjack, and I'm gonna waste all of the guild funds, and it's gonna be great. And I'm gonna
Exactly.
be ostracized, and I'm gonna have to log out for a week. It's gonna be
Dude, that's the
amazing.
good stuff right there. It's that RP side of things, right? Do you guys agree RP is really solid in it would be
it's
nice
massive.
if everybody kind of opened their mind to that a little bit?
It's mess. It's so fucking bad. I couldn't speak any more on RP, dude. Like one of the first things I'll tell you is like literally if you like I'd watch Summit 1G, one of those streamers that I looked and watched before I went into streaming, and this guy would like RP 10 hours Grand Theft Auto, bro, and everybody be having a blast. You know what I mean? It could
Right.
absolutely happen here.
Yeah, there's a huge potential for it. You know what I mean? A huge potential for it.
Yeah. They
Yeah, I
just
like
need
the
more
idea of it.
systems in game, like stuff to do for RP. Honestly, for it to work, like tailoring or guild emblems on your logo, on your stuff, on your shields, whatever. If they had like little mini games, like chests or something, in like the taverns, or they just need more stuff, like drinking ale and stuff, getting drunk, like where your screen goes
Right.
visibly
Yeah,
blurry
yeah,
and
yeah.
shit.
Cards and drinking, dude. We're there.
Smoke
Yeah.
pipes.
Real quick, guys. So Bells over here said faction system should be a placeholder for a guild. For those of you that don't have guilds, those that have the same faction should be green to each other. That'd be cool. And then also magic maps would be dope, where if you have enchanting and scribing plus cartography, you could see where you are on your map.
Oh, that'd be sweet,
Oh,
dude.
wow,
Like
I didn't even
Harry
think of
Potter.
Like, isn't
that.
that?
You know what I'm saying?
Wouldn't that be sick? Oh, mischief
Oh
managed
my
sort of shit.
god! I didn't even think of that. Holy
Yeah.
shit! That sounds awesome.
Isn't that just a like? I was just like that.
give it
like
if
can't-
Starbucks
like
gets it for
lore
free,
wise, that
boys.
makes sense.
Yeah, we've
Lore
done our
wise,
work
that just
here
makes a
together.
lot of
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah, we just gave someone like 4 great ideas.
Yeah, and then Preacher says more realistic armor options like chainmail and stackable stuff. Things like things from Kingdom Come Deliverance. I think all that is fucking awesome.
Yeah, dude, straight up. It'll
Well,
substitute.
we're getting our Jedi robes for mages and stuff.
Dude, and the
Is that
fish with
before
mana
launch?
regen.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah, does anybody know? We get one more patch before launch, right? Do we know what's in it?
Yeah.
Let's see.
That's the
It's on the
roadmap, has it,
roadmap.
right?
I don't have the roadmap open
Has
though.
bosses, new armor, journal, and more fauna. So like AI creatures and stuff like that.
Right.
What is the journal?
25th, boy.
So there's gonna be a mechanic in the game where you can write your own books. You could publish your own books in the game.
Your
so,
own diary.
yeah, straight up like sampler info. Like I think he's the developer that's in control of all lore, and he was saying like there's gonna be an entire system where like you could literally write an entire story. How pizza guy found Minotaur milk.
Dude, so you could like
Free-
write a
free
sad
Five
story
different
so if
books,
somebody
dude.
takes your shit, they read it and feel bad. You know what I mean?
Somebody could buy it, read it, be like, no, you know what? Fuck this guy. I'm gonna make my own story. Screw this guy over, and it just turns into this huge. I think it's awesome because I feel like you'll find like your English teacher that probably plays this game every day, and then she could
Yeah.
be like, oh well, you know what? Fuck it, I'm good in.
That's
in this
interesting.
stuff.
That's interesting.
Exactly. Oh, I hope that's it. I hope. I don't know what else journal will be.
Maybe that's
Yeah.
the secret map update. Anyway.
No, it'll be called
You heard it here
cartography.
first. You heard it here first. He has inside info.
I don't have any inside info. It's the secret map update. Anywho, dudes, I'm not sure how much more I have to talk about.
Yeah, I
again,
gotta go
unless
fishing,
we go on
nerds.
another diatribe.
Dude, I can't. I gotta go. I haven't even fished. I'm
Yeah,
dying.
we could go ahead and wrap it up, boys. I think
Alright,
we had a
dudes.
good discussion here.
All right, Puts and wrap us, dude. How do you wrap it? Do you,
Yeah,
you got
how
a
do you
cool
wanna do
rappy
it?
thing?
Nothing. I just say if you guys have any last words you guys want to say, go ahead and say it. If you guys are recruiting for your guild, I don't know. Like I don't think anyone in here is probably recruiting.
No.
Someone just redeemed something. I'll talk to you guys in a bit. See ya. Fuck.
Pizza guy,
Take it
pleasure, my
easy,
man.
pizza.
I'll be right
Alright.
back. Fuck.
Yeah, the only thing I got to say is if you guys are trying to link up and do something, dude, straight up, let's do it. Just hit my DMs.
Yeah,
man.
let's do it. Like, let's actually do that though. Let's
For
set up
real,
something.
like,
We got
I
the
haven't
thing
left the
tomorrow. You
call
guys all
yet.
going to this? You guys going to this thing?
Is he still in? Oh, it's covering.
I
his-
think he just did.
He's doing a handstand or something.
Yeah.
Gotta redeem.
On the chair.
with
Yeah,
his
yeah,
Minotaur milk.
So tomorrow's the big event. You guys are going to that, right?
Hell yeah, dude.
Okay.
what-
So maybe maybe
fuck?
Sunday or something. Let's try to do something. Let's go to the Minotaur dungeon. Let's go to the Satyr dungeon. Something.
Let's do
You
it.
know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely, dude. Let's fucking group up. Let's go have
'Cause-
fun.
Or
and,
cameras, right? We taking the more cameras that go and do stuff, the better. Then everybody gets to see everything from every angle. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. I
Wait,
couldn't agree
what big
more.
event are we even talking about? Talking about the fishing contest?
No, they
the
got
tournament.
the races and the tournament. You know, it's
Oh,
kinda
you're
like
talking
a-
about Sutner's festival thing.
Puts is not going because he's upset with the rules. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
there's
Dude,
no
you-
fucking
you
gear
gotta go, 'cause
caps. It's
think-
not
think
even
about it like
fucking
this, boys.
legit.
When else do we get a chance to get it like a bunch of people in one spot? I think it's a nice little testy test too.
Oh
you know what
hell
I
yeah!
mean?
It's the funnest shit ever, dude. It's the funnest. There's they
Whatever.
got a shield bashing like.
Dude, you've never even won the shield bash
I'm
tournament.
gonna
Get
win
out of
it.
here.
I'm going to win it. Okay, they have a shield bashing like I guess fight or
Oh, this is the 16th you guys are talking about. The 16th is gonna be dank.
That's tomorrow. It's tomorrow,
the
right?
18th.
That's tomorrow.
It's
gonna
the
be
18th.
dank.
Today's the
It's gonna be
17th.
dank.
Pizza guy,
I don't know
listen,
when the
dude.
fuck I am, boys. I just exist.
You better be there,
I'm
bro.
gonna be pizza guy in the Satyr milking contest, dude.
Dude, I'm gonna win that shield bash straight up. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, there's a milking contest, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. They do. They have
Yeah,
that.
in the
dude.
sewers.
Hell
The
yeah.
sewers. You just meet down there for the milking event, you know?
Dude, 3 lefts. I've told you about it, baby. Come on now.
All
Anywho.
right, boys. Yeah, we'll go ahead.
Let's wrap it. Hey,
Yeah, let's
boys,
wrap it up, boys.
You
That
guys
was
are
a good.
fucking awesome. Let's do some stuff in game. I really appreciate it, Pizza Guy. Omitis, right? Did I say it right?
Absolutely.
And
Yes,
Pizza.
you said it right,
All right,
dude.
boys. Thank you,
Pleasure
Tim. I
meeting you
appreciate y'all. Stay
guys.
frosty.
Pizza. Ace Prom, absolutely, dude.
All right.
Always a pleasure being here, my guy.
Yes.
What was
Absolutely.
that? Was that a time turner?
Yeah, what was that? Is that Bell?
Oh,
The fuck
this?
was that?
Dude, this is the pin for the Hand of the King from the Game of Thrones.
Oh shit,
Oh,
my
dude. He's
God.
got the hand. Yeah, but
Oh, I'm a big Game
nothing
of
ever
Thrones
good
fan.
happened to the hand of the king, dude. Did you watch
Dude,
that shit?
that wall is not real.
It's the real. It's the real one, bro. They
No,
sent it to
no,
my
your
house.
wall, your background. I don't care what you say. It's been
Yeah,
moving.
It's real. It's not
Touch it.
green screen.
Touch it,
Dude,
dude.
it has to be real because he's got
Bro.
shit hanging on it. He's got that paper thing hanging on it.
Yeah,
dude.
that
That
okay.
sounds like stone. Hell yeah.
It's not plastic stone.
Pizza guy knows, dude. Me
Plastic.
and Pizza guy are in the same fucking range, dude.
I heard
It's real
stone just then, dude.
You guys heard that? It's real stone. That's what
I heard
stone
it.
sounds like.
All right, boys. Meet me in the sewers for milking lessons. I'll talk to
Yeah,
y'all
we'll
later.
see you
Stay
guys in
well.
the sewer,
All right.
boys. Hey, stay
All right.
frosty. Putin,
Au
once
revoir.
again, great podcast.
Take
man.
it easy,
was
everybody.
Thank you guys. Have a
Take it
good one.
easy.
Oh shit. All right, boys. What the fuck just happened? All right, that was funny as shit. Thank you guys for watching the podcast. I'm gonna go ahead and upload this later today, so you guys will have it on YouTube if you missed some of it. But yeah, I think that was a pretty funny podcast. That was probably like one of my favorite podcasts, to be honest with you. Just a bunch of chill fucking dudes, man. Love all those guys. They're hilarious. Fucking, I don't know what's up with the Minotaur milk. I'm gonna have to get some research on this shit. But yeah, that was great, man. That was really great. All right, we're gonna go ahead and race Ice Prime. I'm not gonna continue streaming, so if you guys want to watch Ice Prime, just stay tuned. I'm gonna rate him right now. Thank you guys for watching. Have a good one, boys.
Community, you know what I mean? It was really nice to get to know everybody a little bit, talk game talk and all that. Thank you for the follow.